up to the second to last episode in X-Men 97, and just like all shows, when you get towards the end, it's just like all action. It makes for a better episode because you don't have to think about anything. You just watch lots of cool stuff happening. And for the most part, it is. There's a lot of weird little things where I just, maybe some of the comments you can explain to me some of the stuff that happens. And when we get to it, I'll talk about it. But yeah, overall, just some fun action. It's kind of cool to see the classic X-Men. They're wearing their classic uniforms and they're fighting classic Magneto. It's like the X-Men arcade game. I love it. It's so great. Just that aspect of it. But we start up and Xavier is in bed at the X Mansion. Because remember the last episode, he just like crash landed and let out a message saying, "All my X-Men come to me." How did he get to this bed? Did they pick him up? Did Wolverine like carry him to his bed? He didn't fly up there, because you see him like walking around and like everything's all destroyed, and it's like, well, how did he get up here? It's so weird. But it showed the world's kind of in chaos right now because Magneto did like a worldwide EMP, and I guess it wasn't just like an EMP. It literally stopped all machines like everywhere. And he can like reverse it, and that's like their whole like, oh, we gotta get Magneto to change his mind. We got the Friends of Humanity are chasing down Sunfire and Jubilee. Forge and Storm show up, super cool. Love Storm. Oh my god, this woman's so beautiful. She comes back, happy reunion. We get Cyclops and Xavier, and they're having like a argument about everything that went down, and he got mad. Why did you give this gold to Magneto? And basically, Xavier was saying, I wanted to do that so you and Jean could leave the school and like have your own life. I've known you guys since you were teenagers, and I wanted you guys to be happy without having to be X-Men, But Cyclops is like, did you think that was ever going to happen? Did you ever think that if there would have been some type of crisis that me and Jean wouldn't come running back to help? And then Xavier kind of sees his point. He's like, yeah, but I don't want to build this perfect world, where mutants and humans can coexist and you can never be happy in it. But Xavier, you got to realize some of us are fighters, and that's what you do. And you're going to do it to the day you die. Just like Wolverine's probably the best example of that. Not saying that he can't have moments of happiness, but he's going to fight because he was put on this earth to fight. And that's his lot in life. Then, Xavier's like, even I'm back here. So he kind of sees, Cyclops' way. Try to extend the hand of fellowship. Cyclops is a freaking douchebag, and I'm going to shake your hand. All this Xavier hate pisses me off. Rogue finally wakes up, which is nice. And, she's talking to Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's like, oh, sweetheart, you missed so much stuff. Things that went down. And then he's like, Raimi's really dead, and that really happened. Remember when you thought banging a 90-year-old man was a good idea? Remember when you did that? Everyone's coming back, reunion with Storm and Jean, which is super nice. Hank and Forge, I like it. So they're coming up with the plan to stop Magneto, but none of this big reunion for Xavier. Like, no one gives a crap. Like, literally nobody's happy to see him. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it so freaking much. Like, God, this hatred for Xavier is ridiculous. But basically, here's their plan. They're like, hey, we got to stop this Bastion guy. And he's the mother computer. Like, he's the main control system. We take out Bastion, all these Sentinels go down. So we have one team's going to go do that. The other team is going to go and confront Magneto because Magneto needs to reverse what he's doing. Okay, those are our two plans. But the timing on this is very particular. Like, they have to get the Sentinels shut down, then the power returned. Because if they return the power, all those Sentinels come back to life. Those Super Sentinels. Yeah, can't have that. Forge and Beast are coming with an inhibitor collar that's going to stop Bastion. Is Bastion not a mutant? I thought he was a mutant. The way that they kind of made in the comments below, am I getting this wrong that he's not a mutant? Or he is a mutant, but he's not? And then he just has that Sentinel stuff in him? I'm confused on that because they had like a Justice inhibitor collar to stop him, so he's not a mutant? I don't know. Rogue is out just, looking at the ocean because, everything that went down. Xavier's trying to talk to her, but then you get another, Xavier's trying to help his children, and they're just being douchebags. Magneto shows up with the whole asteroid M, which is pretty awesome. And he gives him the speech of like, hey, you know, I don't want to help humanity. I will basically F up the magnetic forces of the Earth to kill everything. Then the mutants can live on asteroid M with me, and then we'll be a new race. And of course, Xavier's like, you're crazy. But then some of these people like want to join. So Rogue and Sunfire join them. Traitors. Kill them all. Traitors. I can't stand it. They get into the lowest circle of hell belongs to saboteurs and traitors. And that's what these two are. Rogue, you a freaking bitch. And Sunfire, you're even a bigger bitch because nothing happened to you. So my mommy didn't like me. At least Rogue people who she loved had died. And she's been fighting this fight for a long time. What is Sunfire's excuse? Little freaking crybaby. I can't stand it. They go to Ireland, you know, with Myra, where they're kind of like secondary bases, and all their old costumes are there. So that's kind of fun. So they're suiting up, and they're going to wear all their old uniforms, which is super awesome. I do like their old styles. Brown and yellow Wolverine is like cool. I don't know. I just love the way that looks. Cyclops and Cable kind of have like a heart-to-heart, which is nice. Jubilee, freaking Sunfire, she's pissed off at him because she's like, why don't you just stay for me? No, my mommy didn't like me. F that. Sunfire, you're going down. The team split up. They're going to go take on their missions. Bastion's all ready to go. He has all his, like, he still has regular Sentinels, not like the Super Sentinels. And I guess they were protected from the EMP. Gold Team gets there. They start their fight. Storm and, I keep wanting to say Bishop, but Storm and Forge up in the air. They're going to handle the flying ones. Then we're going to have Jean, Cable, and Storm are going to go down and fight on the ground. Okay. That's not the best team to have, but it's a pretty good team. Mr. Sinister shows up. Big battle with Mr. Sinister. Also, I was unaware that Mr. Sinister could like melt into shadows and stuff. Like, I didn't know that was part of his like powers. Like, that's like a thing he can do, is like turn into like this inky goo and like go into shadows. Am I crazy thinking about that? I do like the fact that Jean's throwing all these bowling balls at him. That's super funny. I love it. Imagine getting hit in the head with a bowling ball. It's like getting shot with a cannonball, right? But Asteroid M's up there. The X-Men show up. And man, I like how it's just like a video game. Look how Magneto's sitting and thinking, why didn't you just say welcome to die? It's so a video game. Big battle starts. Everyone's fighting. Xavier's trying to talk to Magneto. You can't do this. You're going to kill everybody. Destroying the Earth isn't the answer. But he's saying, yeah, F the Earth. We're going to blow it up. And, you know, basically make it a barren wasteland. Our kind will be up here. And then we'll look down on the humans and laugh at them. So that's bad. He was going to kill everybody. I did like how Morph tried to pretend to be Mr. Sinister to get close to Bastion. But, of course, he saw through it. Morph, that's a good job. You fooled me. They try to get to him. They can't because he has all of this, like his control of everything. So they're not getting, they can't stop Bastion. They're kind of losing now. Mr. Sinister has control over Cable. Like, I didn't know he could do that, but he has control over him. And I guess he does have latent psychic abilities, like telekinesis powers. So he does like a big giant, like Kamehameha mind blast, and he's fighting, Jean. Cyclops sees it, like Jean gives him like a psychic link so she can like at least say goodbye to him because she feels like, okay, I'm gonna die. They're gonna mind control Magneto to make him change the magnetic poles, but then Cyclops stops him because like they need more time. If we reactivate the magnetic poles, then all those mutants are gonna come, all those super sentinels will come back to life. So he like knocks out Xavier. Magneto puts his helmet on Xavier, so now he can't use any of his psychic powers. And then he's going to totally F up the Earth. Like, he's going to just go all out, not just stop electronics. He's going to, like, stop the rotation of the Earth. Wolverine gives him a what's what, stabs him, like, in the... He could have possibly missed all his organs, but there's no way he didn't hit a kidney or a lung. And all he had to do was, like, swipe up and kill him, but he just kind of stabbed him. Then Magneto does the whole pull all his adamantium out of his bones, which is a storyline from the comics. So we'll have Bone Claw Wolverine after this. But he pulls out all his adamantium, And that's the end of the episode. So we have one more to go. I'm assuming so. Again, the last episode is going to be nothing but action. I like the action. I like the old school costumes. Things happen a little fast. And I hate all the hatred for Xavier. Like, it's pathetic. You think Wolverine would have been so happy to see Xavier. You know, remember at the end of the X-Men film? The one where, what was it, Days Future Past? Where the school's there and everyone's teaching and Wolverine's walking around and he sees everyone and he sees Xavier and he's just like, how you doing, Chuck? That's what I wanted. That's beautiful. Oh my God, that is such a good ending. I love that ending so much. But here, it's like, Xavier, butthole. I hate it. It's so stupid. But yeah, besides that, and the whole, like, because Wolverine losing his adamantium didn't happen during this storyline in the comics. They kind of just, like, threw it in there. But yeah, it's a thing that happened. Mr. Sinister getting these extra, like, ink powers, which I didn't realize that he had. And Bastion, oh yeah, Bastion was crying about his mom, like, basically being killed by that EMP blast. How about you don't turn your mom into a sentinel? How about you don't do that, Bastion, you freaking stupid idiot? But yeah, one more episode to go, and that'll be the end of X-Men 97. Got better towards the end, but still overall, we're still looking pretty average. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.